Cheers.
I absolutely love oysters. They're aphrodisiacs. You know, it's very sexy to eat oysters.
They're just so fresh and, creamy, and there's such a different texture and flavor to each one of them.
Oysters have been fresh. They've been great. I think what makes oysters special is that people like Maison Premier are taking oysters and making them a little bit cooler.
Maison Premier in Williamsburg, Brooklyn is one of many restaurants across the country feeding a national oyster binge.
On an average week in the summertime, we sell around 14,000 oysters, and in the wintertime, it's somewhere around 11,000.
The restaurant sells most of them for $1 each during happy hour. It has some connoisseurs reminiscing of the days when oysters were sold on street corners.
There are oyster bars all over New York City, but we wanted to be one where you came in and we transported you back to that time in that era. You have people in silver trays and bow ties, and you're listening to blues and jazz.
Restaurants are selling more oysters at a lower price, in part due to the rapid growth of oyster farms, like this one in Long Island, which distributes to Maison Premier.
Oysters taste like the ocean, only better. You get brine, you get sweet, you get a little hint of a metallic sometimes or nutty taste. There's an interesting flavor profile that hits you like a wave. You don't get all the flavors at once. They take their time on your palate.
Karen Ravara oversees the 2-year process from seed production to final harvest. Since the year 2000, she has worked together with 8 other shellfish farmers.
The cooperative that I belong to sold about 750,000 oysters last year. We're hoping to increase that to 1 million for this year, or maybe even more to keep up with demand.
Each type of oyster has a different flavor profile depending on its immediate environment.
You can actually taste a flavor difference in oysters that are grown in the western part of Peconic Estuary versus the eastern part. I've had oysters from fellow growers that taste like butter. This is the digestive system. You can see a little bit of dark there. That's algae being processed through. The gonad is generally wrapped around this muscle and also over the digestive system.
Back in Williamsburg, Maison Premier offers more than 30 different types of oysters. All are served simply, and that's the point.
There is no salt and pepper and butter. It's the oyster, so when you take a bite of it, it's kind of sensual. You sip the juice slowly, you let the oyster go down, you chew it, you kind of process that feeling, and when you pair that with nice drinks and wine, I think it's just a very sexy thing.